My name is Scarlett Smith and I play varsity soccer at Dalhousie.
Eric Flowers, play volleyball.
Rick Plato, men's basketball coach.
My name is Adam Karakolis and I throw shot put for the track and field team.
I'm Emma Sibrick, I'm from the women's volleyball team.
Dan McGuire, and I do cross country.
My name is Hannah Gonzalez and I play basketball.
My name is Fabian Walsh and I'm a member of the men's hockey team.
Hi, my name is Castro Lawrence and I play basketball for Dalhousie.
Hi, my name is Rick Scott. I'm the head coach of the Dalhousie University women's volleyball team.
My name is Rael Stroud, and I'm on the men's basketball team at Dal.
Hi, my name's Tim Maloney. I'm the Director of Athletics at Dalhousie University.
SAMHI is the Student Athlete Mental Health Initiative. It exists to promote wellness and mental health in student athletes. SAMHI supports student athletes that may suffer from a mental health problem or mental illness.
I think mental health in general is a very important topic, not only for our student athletes, but all of our student body at Dalhousie. It's something that affects many of us, and we have an important role in athletics, and we have an important platform that we can raise awareness, create conversations, and educate people about the importance of mental health and the issues and stigma that surround it.
I think initiatives like these are so important. Not only do they provide a platform for people to talk about the topic of mental health and create conversation around it, but it also allows athletes specifically to kind of remove themselves from that label of being an athlete. I know a lot of us, that's kind of our identity, but I think being able to also recognize that you're just a person underneath that label and you struggle the same way that others do. It's okay to talk about it, it's okay to suffer, but what's not okay is to not talk about it when you need help.
Mental health is hugely important in athletes. It's something that impacts them not only on the field but off the field. And athletes need to know that their mental health is just as important as their physical health because it impacts everything that they do. If they think they're having some sort of issue and they need to speak to someone, we encourage them at all times to speak up and don't remain silent. That's very, very important. Their teammates are there for them, obviously, but sometimes you need more supports in place when that's happening.
Mental toughness means being able to ask for help when you need it, and it also means being there for your friends, your teammates, and your family when they need your help.
If you broke your ankle, what would you do, right? You would go see a doctor and you would go get help. So I think in terms of mental health, if there's a problem that you can't fix, you go get help. You go and fix the problem, you go see someone.
So like through personal experience, I had some issues with mental health and I found it really helpful to go and just talk to my coach about it, and he was really supportive right away. And Dal has some great services here on campus. I went to the clinic here and right away I got in, and it was really great to talk to them. They're very supportive. It's really good just to have somebody listen to you, whether it's a teammate or a coach or somebody you don't know.
Taught high school for 32 years, coached for 35, 36 years. So I've seen all sorts of situations where youth, whether it's high school or university, have struggled. Personally, since I've been here at Dalhousie, I've had a few players who have had some mental health issues, and I'd like to think that we dealt with them in a very positive way. It is not any type of diminishment to an individual's masculinity, toughness. In fact, it takes a special person to recognize that they need help.
As someone that's gone through mental health issues in the past, I know that it is, as the name says, an illness. And like an illness, you shouldn't be expected to be able to perform at your best, whether that be academically, athletically, or socially. And it needs to be emphasized that you need to heal and recover from this.
I always felt like something was wrong, but I didn't know how to talk about it, and I didn't know how to explain to someone how I felt really. And I think that's really common with people who are struggling with mental health, is you don't know how to explain yourself. I kind of hit a really low place first and realized this is more serious than I kind of thought. So she prescribed me antidepressants, which was a good thing. I mean, it sucked at first because it gets a lot worse before it gets better.
And I think it's very important that we lend a hand to people who are in need, and if you know someone who's struggling through a hard time, that we're there to talk to them. And everybody knows somebody who's going through a hard time.
Starting probably around high school level, I got anxiety, depression, that kind of stuff. Started out, thought, oh, I can handle it, it's easy. And this has actually been kind of the year that I've started to tell people and actually get help.
So one of the things that our volleyball team has is we have what we call the buddy system. So one of the older guys gets paired with a younger member, so first or second year, and we meet weekly and we discuss things about school and life and academics and whatever, and we can really help each other out by talking it through and just have them as a sounding board, and then we can kind of talk about it and find the best way to cope with the stress or whatever it is. And we just...
So if a teammate were to come forward to me with mental health issues, I wouldn't see them any differently at all. I know how difficult it can be to approach someone like that, and from that standpoint, you have to be willing to listen.
The other thing is just to be there for them, just to support that person, however that may be, whatever they want, whatever they need. If it's just a soundboard, you can do that. I think that's the hardest part for most people, is realizing that they do have a problem and realizing that they need to get help. And that's once you take that step, I think things start getting a little bit easier. I think the strongest people out there are the ones who can realize that they do need help and who go get that help.
I think the key thing for coaches is to make sure that they listen. So for me as a coach, I just want to create an environment, a setting where the athletes really feel comfortable, come in and talk about how they're feeling and feel safe. I think athletes that do that are really the strong ones and should be applauded.
I don't know. Now I feel like I'm a completely different person, and it's amazing. You know, part of it is like a chemical imbalance, little things here and there that turn into deeper conversations, and even though it's scary sometimes and it's a struggle and it's uncomfortable, it's so important to step out of your comfort zone, I think. And even though I say that, my mental health has improved, it's still something that I have to work on. Every morning when I wake up, it's something I have to think about. It's day to day, it's moment to moment. It's not something that just changes once and it's different for forever. It's something you have to work on.
I think the benefits and the number of students that will be helped and ultimately probably in some situations saved is going to increase, and that's the most important thing.
Particularly within our athletics group, we like to think of ourselves as a Tiger family, and families take care of each other, and they talk, and they communicate, and they help each other. And with this particular issue, it's important for us to bring that conversation to the table.
I think it's just important that people know that this is an issue, and it's an issue that a lot of people struggle with, and I think that by talking about it more and just creating a comfortable place for people to kind of go and express their feelings surrounding it, I think it'll only lead to healthier minds, and I think that's what we're going for, is just people feeling like they are happy truly within, and just kind of finding peace within themselves. So kind of sharing your story or talking about it isn't gonna cure everything, and just knowing that at the end of the day, it's gonna be okay, and you're gonna look back and know that it's worth it. It's worth going through the time and effort to take care of yourself, because I think everyone deserves that, whether you're an athlete or not.